Hey fellow gamers, Chatty Sisa here. Today we're talking about Sony versus Tencent, the Light of Motiram lawsuit that's been causing waves since the summer. I'll walk you through what actually happened, what's new in the Sony's latest filing, and why this case could have a big impact not only on the Horizon franchise, but on the entire gaming industry. To understand how we got here, let's go back a bit in time. A while ago, in March 2024 to be specific, at a gaming conference in San Francisco, Tencent reportedly approached Sony with a proposal to create a Horizon mobile games as a service spin-off. Sony has declined the idea and considered the matter closed. They weren't interested in licensing out Horizon, especially to a third-party studio outside of their own PlayStation ecosystem. Now, fast forward to November 2024, and Tencent suddenly announces its new game, Light of Motiram. Almost immediately, fans notice the similarities. A red-haired tribal huntress with a spear and bow, massive machines roaming the wild, and even similar music and environmental tones. The resemblance was so strong that the first trailer sparked hundreds of comparison posts and threads across all social media platforms, calling it a Horizon clone. Naturally, Sony didn't stay silent for long. By 2025, they filed a lawsuit accusing Tencent of copying the Horizon formula almost one-to-one, from the art direction and creature design to promotional language. Tencent responded by asking the court to dismiss the case, arguing that Light of Motiram hadn't even released yet and that Sony was trying to monopolize general open-world tropes like bows and ruins or mechs. However, at the same time, they also did something unusual. They purged most of the Horizon-like content from the game's Steam page and delayed its launch target date from 2025 to late 2027. All without saying a single word about why, or even acknowledging it was being done at all. Sony's latest filing flipped that argument on its head, saying the damage is already done through the marketing alone. So what's the update in the current filing? According to the Game Post, the new filing calls Tencent's defense nonsense, their word, not mine, and a shell game to protect Light of Motiram. Sony claims that fans and press have already publicly called it a ripoff, which contributes to brand confusion and damages the Horizon brand even before Motiram is released. In simple terms, Sony is saying Tencent is trying to dodge responsibility by hiding behind multiple connected companies, and that the situation is already hurting Horizon's reputation because people are mixing up the two games before Tencent's has even come out. Tencent's response argued that Light of Motiram uses time-honored tropes and pointed to other franchises to claim the similarities are generic. But Sony counters that it's not about the individual ideas, it's about the specific expression, the way those ideas are combined and presented that makes Horizon unique. Basically, Tencent is saying you can't own ideas like bows, tribes and mechs, they're common themes. And Sony's reply is, sure, those ideas exist elsewhere, but the way Horizon mixes them, tribal culture, robotic wildlife, and post-collapse tech, is one of a kind, and that combination is what's being copied. In a way, the arguments from both sides make sense to me, and I'm curious what further legal reasoning they will come up with. But here's the detail that almost got buried in all the documents. In this same batch of court filings, Sony also confirmed new details about the Horizon Zero Dawn movie. I already made a full breakdown on that announcement and the fan reactions in the previous vid, which will be linked at the end of this one. So the movie confirmation literally comes from the same legal paperwork as the lawsuit update. If you think about it, this case goes in reality way beyond Horizon. The big question is about where to draw the line between inspiration and imitation. Sony argues that Horizon's identity, its tribal tech aesthetic, machine wildlife, and the combination of ancient and future world building is unique enough to deserve protection. Tencent, on the other hand, says those are broad science fiction ideas that no one owns. If the court sides with Sony, it could strengthen IP protection for visual style and creative expression. That might help studios defend distinct worlds like Horizon, but it could also make developers nervous about tackling similar themes. If Tencent wins, expect a more cautious approach from the big publishers. They will still be able to protect their IPs, but only on specific assets like character models or soundtracks, not the general style. And then there's the corporate angle. For Sony, this lawsuit is about defending one of its flagship franchises right before launching a major movie adaptation and probably preparing to launch the third game along with the new PS6. For Tencent, it's about showing they can create big, story-driven games without being labeled as copycats.
You serious?
Yes, I know. You can stop laughing now. Their reputation, especially in the Western markets, is part of what's at stake. Whichever way the court rules, this case will likely be used as a reference in future copyright disputes for years to come. Personally, I get why Sony is protective here. Horizon has a very distinct look and feel, and when you see a red-haired huntress with robot dinosaurs, there's only one name that comes to your mind. At the same time, there's a limit. Defending your IP shouldn't mean locking down an entire genre. Either way, this case already did one thing. It reminded everyone just how recognizable Horizon has become. And considering the ongoing lawsuit and the upcoming movie, it's safe to say the franchise will remain very visible in the media in the coming months. So that's the situation as of October 2025. If there's a hearing date or a ruling coming up, I will definitely keep an eye on it, and once we have any new developments, I'll make sure to post them here in the channel. If you would like to follow how the story unfolds, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and the bell icon to get notified whenever I upload a new vid. Thank you very much for watching, stay tuned and game on!